Shall I take your cloak, miss?
No, thank you, Barbara. Is there anyone in the teacher's room?
I don't know, miss. Shall I bring a pot of tea to warm you?
No, thank you. I wish to be alone for a moment. Miss Eyre, you are back at last. You said I might go to the village, Miss Watts.
Yes, and I acceded to your plea to perform an errand there yesterday, and the day before, and every day of my short time here.
I hope I have not been remiss in my duties.
Indeed, you performed them well, as I was led to expect when I took over the superintendentship from Miss Temple. She spoke of you in the most glowing terms.
I would not wish to have disappointed you, Miss Watts.
It is disconcerting when a teacher I'd been led to expect would give me strong support quits the premises in such haste. And if I may say so, agitation every afternoon. One wonders what is the reason.
It shall not happen again, Miss Watts.
Let us hope not.
Well, you know where she goes, the post office.
Oh, how do you know?
Tongue's wag, especially that old postmistress.
Oh, well, she says anything.
Well, now every afternoon this week into the post office comes Miss Eyre to see if there's a letter for J.E. And when she finds there's none, she marches out with a face like a funeral.
I believe it is your turn to take the girls' study hour this evening.
Yes, Miss Watts, and then I read prayers to them and see them to bed.
Do not let them make you late for teacher supper.
J.E. is in a position to give satisfactory references. A situation can be offered where there is but one pupil, a little girl, and where the salary is £30 per annum. All particulars to Mrs. Fairfax, Thornfield, near Millcote.
Very well, Barbara, but do not let it occur again. That is all. You may go.
Miss Watts?
You wish to speak to me, Miss Eyre?
If I may, Miss Watts, it concerns a matter of much importance to me.
I am very busy, Miss Eyre, but if it's urgent, speak now.
Miss Watts, I have the possibility of another situation.
You wish to leave Lowood?
It is a situation where the salary would be £30 per annum, double the amount I am receiving now.
And you would like me to lay the matter before Mr. Brocklehurst?
If you would, I would be most grateful.
Mrs. Reed, as your natural guardian, will need to be approached for her consent.
Mrs. Reed will not care what happens to me.
And then, Miss Eyre, the matter must be laid before the committee. It may take some time. But I have no doubt that since you've always conducted yourself well, a testimonial of character and capacity will be furnished you.
Thank you, Miss Watts.
Oh, Miss Eyre, I was just coming for you. There's a person just arrived wishes to see you.
Oh, that'll be the carrier for my box.
No, this is a young woman. The carrier won't come for another half hour.
Now, he's to take my box to the inn. I shall be there in the morning to take the coach. Who's the visitor?
It's her, I'm sure. I could have told her anywhere. Well, who is it? You've not forgotten me, Miss Eyre.
Oh, Bessie, Bessie, Bessie. Oh, Barbara, this is a very dear old friend, Bessie. She was my nurse at Gateshead, the only one who was ever kind to me.
Oh, well, that'll be one more for tea then, Miss Eyre.
Oh, dear, where can we go and talk? The teacher who shares my room is studying up there.
The teacher's room is empty, miss.
Come, with so much to talk about. Bessie, you're married.
Yes, I've been married nearly 5 years to Robert Levin, the coachman.
Oh, I remember him. He's an excellent man.
We've a little boy named Bobby and a little girl named, guess what?
What?
Jane.
Oh, Bessie, thank you. And have you left Gateshead?
No, the old porter left and we were put into lodge. You've not grown so very tall, Miss Jane, nor so very stout.
I fear you're disappointed in me, Bessie. Come and sit down.
Well, no, not exactly. You were genteel and now you look like a lady and it's as much as I ever expected of you. Well, you were never a beauty as a child. I dare say you're clever, though. What can you do? Can you play on piano?
A little.
Miss Reeds could not play as well. I always said you could surpass them, and you have. What else can you do? Can you draw?
That is one of my paintings over the fireplace.
Oh, well, that is beautiful.
Bessie, did my aunt send you?
Oh, Lord, no. But she did have a letter saying you were going away to another place. So I thought I'd set off and have a look at you before you went quite away.
Oh, bless you.
You'll want to hear about family. Well, Miss Georgiana is very handsome and nearly ran off Wheat Lord, but her sister told on her, now they quarrel like cat and dog. Mr. John is a great disappointment. He were put to study law, but it were no use, and now he's ruining his health with bad living. Your aunt is well enough to look at, but she's breaking her heart over Mr. John, and I fear it'll be the death of her. For only last...
Bessie, please, I want no news of the family. They've never sought any of me. Let us talk of ourselves.
Well, never. Well, did Mrs. not write and tell you when man came?
What man?
Well, you know how Mrs. Reed always said your father's people were poor and despicable. Well, they may be poor, but I believe they're as much gentry as the Reeds are. For one day, it must be 7 years ago, and Mr. Eyre came to Gateshead asking to see you. I was sure Mrs. must have written to tell you.
She's never written.
Oh, dear. Well, Mrs. told him you were at school some 50 miles off. He seemed so much disappointed, for he was going away to a foreign country, and his ship was to sail in a day or two. He looked very much the gentleman, and I think he was your father's brother.
And what foreign country was he going to, Bessie?
Oh, an island thousands of miles off, where they make wine. The butler did tell me. Oh.
Madeira?
Yes, that's it. That's the very word.
And he went away?
Yes, he did not stay many minutes in house. Mrs. were very high with him. Afterwards she called him a sneaking tradesman. My Robert believes he were a wine merchant.
Perhaps. Or a clerk or an agent to a wine merchant.
Miss Jane, I cannot stay long. A waggoner is passing who will carry me home.
Not until you've had a good meal and a rest. Come, Barbara must have that tea ready by now. We'll go to the kitchen and talk and talk and talk. I must tell you what has happened, but I'm starting a new life.
No.
Yes.
Welcome to Thornfield, Mum.
Thank you.
Please come in. John will take your box up to your room.
Aye, it's allus John.
Will you walk this way, Mum? Miss Eyre, Mum.
How do you do, my dear?
How do you do, Mom? Mrs. Fairfax, I think.
Yes, you are right. I'm afraid you've had a tedious ride from Milkwood. John drives slowly. And were you long in the coach before that?
The coach left Luton at 4 o'clock this morning. I had to rise before 3 o'clock.
Oh, you must be tired. Come and sit down.
Is this not your chair?
Oh, I shall be comfortable enough here. And your hands look numb with cold. Leah, are the refreshments ready?
Yes, Mum.
And make some hot negus as well.
The water's boiling, Mum.
I hope I shall have the pleasure of seeing Miss Fairfax tonight. I was glad to arrive before nightfall, hoping to see my young pupil, Miss Fairfax.
Miss Fairfax? Oh, you mean Miss Barnes. Barnes is the name of your future pupil.
Barnes?
Yes. Oh, yes, thank you, Leah. Sip that negus and warm yourself.
Indeed, then, she is not your daughter.
No, I have no family. But I am so pleased you are come. It will be quite pleasant having someone with whom to talk. Thornfield is a fine old hall, but in the quiet season, you know, one feels dreary. Quite alone. Well, I say quite alone. Leah, my maid, is a nice enough girl, to be sure. And John and his wife, well, are very decent people, but then, you see, they are only servants.